The Business Report, brought to you with the compliments of Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Players in the tourism industry are still finding it hard to access some of the benefits given to them in the Tourism Development Act, as well as the amended Act. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Senator Rudy Grant, has placed the blame for this squarely at the feet of some in the public service. He was echoing a concern raised earlier by BHTA Chairman Stephen Austin during his address to the association's AGM.
The benefits of these two pieces of legislation continue to challenge our members, and part of that comes from the fact that the entities, the government entities involved in the implementation, instead of identifying ways to execute and assist, sometimes we get the impression that some of these agencies are finding ways in which to frustrate.
Mr. Grant says, however, they've made representation to Tourism Minister Kerry Simmons, who has promised some changes.
He did indicate to us that it is the intention of government to reform those pieces of legislation, the TDA, the TDAA, and to provide for front-loading of the benefits which members are expected to receive through the TDA and the TDAA. Of course, it is not at all acceptable that with the legislation being put in place, our members are not able in a timely manner to access the benefits.
Government will be using post offices across the island to conduct more of its business. This is according to Minister of Small Business, Entrepreneurship and Commerce, Dwight Sutherland. Referring specifically to the issuing of liquor licenses, which will be administered by the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, Mr. Sutherland says once the applicant does the online application and they are approved, the post office will facilitate the payment of the licenses. He says this will speed up the process from 3 months to less than a week.
What it is when the post offices are just used to distribute mail and stuff like that. We have a post office in nearly every district, so we have to effectively utilize the post offices, you know, for payments and stuff like that. So you can go to the post office after you have applied online, and you can pay for your liquor license. Once you've paid, then you go and collect your certificate for your liquor license from the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs.
Time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region.
In Jamaica, Wigton Windform Limited ordinary shares was the volume leader with 34,719,107 units. In Trinidad and Tobago NGL Limited was the volume leader with 100,234 shares changing hands, all for a value of $2,886,732.90. And here in Barbados, First Caribbean International Bank was the volume leader, trading 2,404 shares at $2.90 each.